Well, hello there, Minecrafters. Thanks for coming by, and welcome to a new video series that I've decided to put some time into that is totally based on the comments that you have left on any of my videos. It's basically a by request command block video tutorial series. I'm calling it Comment to Command because if you've left a comment or a question, how do I do this in Minecraft? I'm going to try and show you guys in a video specifically the questions that you've asked. It could be something as simple as how do I teleport from here to there, or it could be something as complicated as how do I make this big contraption thing for my map. If I can figure it out or if I know how to do it, I'd love to show you guys. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comments and let's try and figure out, let's make some cool Minecraft stuff together. So the first comment, this was left like a month ago. This is from Waffle Time, and he's asking, could you put a video that shows how to add enchants to the items the mobs are wearing? And this is pertaining to an older video I did back in 1.9 how to make custom equipment on mobs. We didn't go into too much detail, but today we're going to be looking at that and we're going to do a little recap, but we're going to talk about how to make that stuff enchanted. So if you're new to command blocks, just keep in mind that this is a little more advanced stuff. I will do my best to break it down for beginners, and as always guys, the commands are in the description. You can grab it, copy it, paste it, put it in your own map. And we are also playing in 1.10.2. Just keep that in mind because in the future a lot of times they change the way codes work or command blocks work. It's no guarantee it will still work, but hopefully it does. Anyway, let's begin here. All of these command blocks are going to summon the same base zombie, and I'll show you what that is. This command here, it is a summon zombie command, and these little tildes here are relative coordinates. In this case, they're going to execute from the command block itself, and we're going to execute it at a half a block higher than the command block. We're going to summon that zombie, and then inside this little curly bracket here and this one here, that's where all of our NBT stuff is going to be. So everything that makes up that zombie. So the first one is the no AI : true. In your own map, you're probably going to want to change this to false, because if you leave it on true, it's just going to be a statue. He's not going to move around. So if you change it to false, then he acts like a regular zombie. And then over here, the attributes, that's just for me. You're probably going to want to just remove that whole thing. Because all it is just I can summon him and then I can one-hit kill him. Maybe you might want to use that, I don't know, but just for our tutorial, that's what that is going to be. So let's move on to a little bit of a recap of the last video. We talked about this with the custom equipment. The first one is the armor items tag here, colon, and the capitalization is very important. And then we have square bracket, and see it closes here, and all these little things here, those are the armor slots. So it starts from the feet up. First one is the feet slot, and then we have the leg slot, and then we have the chest slot, and then we have the head slot, and these are blank. So you can see we only have iron boots. What's going to happen is we are going to summon a zombie here with only iron boots, but we can also change that if we add stuff in. And just wanted to show you guys this section here. It doesn't even have to be headwear. It could be a block. All we have to do is add some coding here. So I'm going to do ID colon quotation Minecraft colon. Let's pick something interesting like stained glass, as long as I spelt it correctly, and then end it with a quotation. We should do that, and it should have, there we go, we have a block in his head slot. So it can be a block or it can be a helmet or whatever it is. That's the armor items tag, and then the other thing is the hand items section. So as you can see here, I've got this zombie set up to have iron boots on in the foot slot, and then nothing in on the leg slot, and then iron chest plate on the chest slot, and then nothing in the head slot. And then we have a comma to separate it, and we're starting with hand items, and all this capitalization is very important. But we've got two slots we can use in the hand items. We've got emerald, we're going to put in the right hand, or the dominant hand in this case, and in the offhand we're going to put wool. And we can add a damage value to it, which is actually going to change the color of the wool. So any block that has multiple different colors or even different styles, like we have quartz that has chiseled quartz or pillar quartz, we can change that with the damage value. So 14 is actually red. We're going to summon this zombie, and there we have the feet, the boots, and the chest plate, and then a red wool in one hand and an emerald in the other hand. And so that's kind of a recap of how we did just the equipment. So next we're going to talk about how to make any of that stuff that they're wearing enchanted. So if we want to add enchantments to any of the items that the mobs are carrying or any of the weapons that they're using, what we want to do is we want to work with the hand items section. And in this case, I have the dominant slot empty, and then I have the offhand slot as a wooden sword. And we're going to put comma, tag, colon, curly bracket, ench in all lowercase, colon, and then inside these square brackets right here, that's where all of our enchantments are going to be. And each individual enchantment is going to be inside curly brackets. So I have a link in the description for the Minecraft Gamepedia wiki that has all the ID values for any enchantment that you want to use. In this case, we're using ID value 16, which is sharpness. And level is level 1, so sharpness 1 on a wooden sword. So this mob will have a sharpness 1 wooden sword. And then if we want to make more than one enchantment, all we have to do is copy and paste this section right here, Control C, go to the end of it, put a comma, and then paste it, Control V, and then we can just change these numbers around. So like 9 is Frostwalker. Frostwalker 2 on a wooden sword with sharpness 1 on it. So now that mob has Frostwalker and sharpness on his sword. I don't even know if that's possible, but that's what the command asks for. And then if we want to do it with armor, it's the same layout. You just have to add it to each individual piece of armor. I've got a full set of armor here ready to go. 4 is projectile protection, I believe, and a level 3. Same thing going on back with the chest plate. Just keep it in order. And you should have this full set of armor ready to go for the mob to go around in your map. So the only thing left is how do we get that equipment if we kill that mob? Maybe you want to have them drop it all. So we can do that. We have to check a few things and make sure a few things are added in the command. First of all, you need to make sure the game rule is set do mob loot is set to true, otherwise it won't drop anything. And then when you have the command, you need to add a few things. So first of all, we need to add a count to each thing that we want the mob to drop. So you can see here after diamond sword, we've got count 1B. If we don't have anything in there, if we have it blank or we have 0, the mob is not actually going to drop anything. It's kind of just a visual thing. Minecraft doesn't actually know that they have that item ready to drop. And then besides that, we need to have these sections here. So armor drop chances, we're going to give it a full chance. If you put it as 2.0F, that means that they're going to drop it no matter what. Same with hand drop chances for whatever's in their hand. The numbers at the beginning here, 0, 1, see they're separated by a comma, this section here and then this section. 0 is the foot slot, 1 is the leg slot, 2 is the chest slot, and 3 is the head slot. And then with the hand drop chances, we have 0 is the dominant hand and 1 is the offhand. So if I've done this correctly, we load this zombie up and we punch him and he drops all that stuff. So you can see we now have, did we get the other thing? There it is. All five items that they had. And you can see it has all the different enchantments on that. So if we want to add one to like the sword, like I showed you before, let's go back to the sword. And here's the things here. Let's just add it. We know 16 is sharpness and 20, I can't remember what that is. But let's add something in the middle here. And let's go with 7, whatever that one is. So I've changed the ID value to 7, level 3. Let's change that to level 8. So it's going to have 3 enchantments on that new sword. We'll clear our inventory. We'll kill this guy and see what that sword is. It is, oh, thorns. Thorns 7. Or is that 8? 5, 6, 7? I can't do math. Roman numerals. Anyway, you can see it gives you the order. Depending on what you write in the command, that's the order of the enchantment there. So that is how you add enchantments to mobs. Hopefully that is helpful if you want to drop that stuff when you kill the mob. Remember, add that other stuff in there. Commands are in the description. And remember, guys, this is completely based on your comments. If you have any questions of how to do something more about this or how to do something completely unrelated, let me know and we'll work on some stuff together, guys. So thanks for watching and enjoy your Minecrafting, and we'll see you next time.